Hey guys, this is Zach Adkins, and in this video we're going to talk about a meet and greet that was essentially paying $500 for a bologna sandwich and a bag of chips. Let's get to it. Okay, so people keep getting kind of like all upset and saying like, well, all you keep doing is talking about the meet and greet stuff and this and that. Well, first of all, it's gotten 100,000 views, and for me that's pretty cool, so it means it's something I should talk about, I think. Second of all, I wouldn't keep talking about it if I wasn't continuously getting bombarded with tons of stories about it. People having good experiences, bad experiences, and I want to get to some good ones. This one here that I want to talk about is it's so heartbreaking, dude. I'm telling you. I read it and I was like, that is just like, this poor girl. I feel so horrible for her, and I don't want anybody making fun of her or giving her crap in the comments. You know, I'm not even going to say her name or anything, but poor girl made the best out of a horrible situation. But what I want to do is I want to read you what she had commented about the meet and greet, and then I'm going to go into what I have to say about it. Here's essentially what the comment said. I've been a big fan of him since Razor Blade Romance, and I had seen them in concert quite a few times, and the last time I saw them was in 2017 when they announced their farewell tour. The show in my city was a month after my birthday, and my sister surprised me with tickets. She even sprung for the VIP with her tax money so I could meet Vil. Vil or Villy? I don't know. Well, we got there at the venue pretty early and in the VIP line. We were supposed to get a goodie bag, but we didn't. And we were supposed to have a dinner, but that didn't happen either. What the staff told us was that all we get is a drink, a bologna sandwich, and a bag of chips. During the show, I was right front and center as opposed to always being in the middle of the crowd or off to the side in previous shows that I've been to. And Vil and I were making eye contact a lot, and my fangirl heart was just going all kinds of nuts. After the show, I asked someone where I go to meet him, and they showed me the door, which was right on the side of the stage. Well, I go up there and give my proof to the one by the door, and they told me that I needed to have bought the pass when I bought the tickets. And I said my sister got them both for me for my birthday, but according to them, it was the wrong one. I left so heartbroken, and she was pissed. She then took me up to the barricade by the bus, and I waited until 4 a.m. for the band to come out, and Vil was the last one out, and he did a double take at me and smiled and waved at me, a whole bunch of people around me, and he noticed me. That really perked me up so much after the bullshit with the staff. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. And first and foremost, I just feel so horrible for this girl. I really do. Like, she's obviously a huge fan, and she just getting to meet anybody in the band would have probably made her whole year. You know, this is the importance. Like, this is the stuff we talk about. Like, everybody wants to say that I'm an asshole for calling this shit out, but it's like, this is, like, this person got duped into essentially not even getting a goodie bag, not doing anything, getting a freaking Pepsi and a bologna sandwich and some chips for probably a couple $100, I would assume. I was looking up, trying to find some prices on this, you know, meet and greet experience from him, and I didn't see any, but some of them that I did see were anywhere between $250 and $500, depending on what you got. So let's say it's her and her sister, and the sister bought $250 for this, $250 for hers. Let's round it and say $500. That could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe you went to that and maybe they'd verify it. But holy God, dude! Like, what an absolute shit show. And I don't even know if the band had anything to do with it, if it was management, if it was the staff on hand, or what. But, like, they screwed her royally. This is not okay. This is the kind of stuff that is going to get bands in a lot of trouble. And not even just, you know, I'm not talking like legal trouble. It might eventually if somebody, you know, doesn't get what they paid for and then they sue the band or they sue the company, and then, but they've probably got tons of lawyers and they don't even care. It's going to get them in trouble because this person goes and spends literally, it says they spent their tax money to buy these tickets. So they could have used that for anything. And people will be like, well, that's really stupid. You shouldn't freaking pay your... Man, sometimes this is what people like to do. This is their hobby, or this is just something that means a lot to them. This band means a lot to her. Her sister did such an amazing thing for her by getting her these tickets using her own tax money. That's incredible. But then you go and meet this freaking band, or you try to, and then they tell you, well, you got the wrong one. You should have got this other one. This other VIP .2, and you have to, when you show up, you got to make sure that you're jumping on 1 foot so you could come back and just get a chance to meet the band for 5 seconds. It's a scam, dude. I'm telling you. Like, not all of them are scams. The price and the value have to match. The value has to meet or exceed the price paid. And in this instance, you could have gotten a drink, a bologna sandwich, and a bag of chips at Walmart for $10. Would have been a better time spent. And man, it pisses me off so much. I'm so mad right now. I don't understand how this is hard for bands to like get their mind wrapped around. If you don't want to do meet and greets, and I'm not saying anything about whether they did or didn't, but I'm saying if you want to do meet and greets, then you charge what you charge. The fans get what they're supposed to get. You treat them like they're actually supposed to feel good for being there, and you don't treat them like an inconvenience. And then everybody's happy. It's not that hard. Then people will say, well, they don't want to do meet and greets. They're forced to. Or they don't want to do meet and greets. They don't want to meet you. Well, okay, then don't charge for it. It's pretty simple. Don't charge for it. But they want to charge for it. You know why? Because they're sitting here going, I want to make as much money as possible by giving the least amount of value as possible so I can walk away with more money. Fans be damned. The problem there is, somebody like this, her sister and her are going to decide, let's say they go on tour again, and her and her sister are going to decide, do we want to spend $500 to go to this concert and the meet and greet again? Or do we want to just keep the $500 and do something way better because I already know it's going to suck? Chances are they're going to pick the second option. And if they pick that second option, the band just lost money. And it's the band's fault. It's not the fans' fault. It's the band's fault. It's the manager of the band's fault. It is a business. That is fine. There's nothing wrong with making money if that's what you want to do. And you can do it however you legally, ethically, morally can. That's fine. But you have to give the value. And then they don't, and then they're going to get pissed. So these girls, they're going to say, to hell with that. I'm not going to do a meet and greet again. Boom, you just lost recurring income as a band. So it's a freaking warning to them. This right here is one of the most sad that I've ever read. Some of them are, I paid $150 and I got a handshake, but they really didn't give me a whole lot. It's like, yeah, some guys are just not that personable, which, okay, whatever. But it's like, if you're going to charge for a meet and greet VIP, then you better be personable. Holy God, it's not that hard to understand. And I don't get it. I really don't. Because, if you go anywhere, if you went to a hotel and you were going to stay in a hotel and you got there and then you go up to the front desk and they're like, what do you want? Hey, I want a room. And they're like, okay. Whatever. They don't care that you're even there. There's no smile. There's no little bit of excitement that you're there to stay at the hotel. And then you go, oh, we want to use the pool. And they're like, well, the pool's closed. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll use the little hot tub thing then, the other amenity. And they're like, oh, the hot tub's broken. Okay, well, what time is the continental breakfast? And they're like, no, we don't have breakfast. Or you get to breakfast and it's like a frickin' muffin and a milk. You don't even get a waffle and the other stuff. I'm hungry. That's probably what the issue is. No, I'm just kidding. Would you go back to that hotel? No, you'd be like, to hell with that hotel. And even, I got a decent bargain, but I'll spend $50 more at a different hotel and get the pool and the freaking hot tub and whatever the amenities are that you were promised or you were supposed to get. This is unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. Bands are gonna charge for it, then they should give the maximum amount. And if they don't want to do them, then don't charge for it and don't have it. Neil Peart is one of the best examples of that. He literally said, I don't like the freaking meet and greet thing. I don't want to do them. People don't want to meet me. I don't want to meet them. He was never part of the meet and greet, and it was never expected. Nobody ever really bothered him. And nobody was upset about it because it was like, you know what? He laid it out right in front of us that he doesn't care about the money. He doesn't want to meet us, and maybe we don't want to meet him. There's a respect there. Totally fine. You don't have to, but don't charge for it and then be like a dick about it. Or in this instance, you charge for all these little amenities and you get all the special things. You don't even get to meet the band. You don't even get to freaking hang out backstage necessarily. You get a bag of chips, a bologna sandwich, and a freaking, Diet Coke or something. Great. Glad I spent $500. She's going to never spend money with them ever again, and it's going to be their fault. And I don't feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for a lot of bands. To hell with most of them. Not all of them. Not all of them. Some of them know how to treat their fans really well, and we're going to get into some of those kick-ass stories soon. I've got one cooking right now that I think is going to be dope. This is unacceptable. Anybody who tries to sit here in the comments and say, well, you know, you got to understand, shut up. I don't even want to hear from you. I don't even want to hear a word. I don't want to read your stupid comment. Well, you shouldn't even do meet and greets. I don't want to hear from you either. This is stupid. This is ridiculous. Leave me a comment, though. Leave a comment, subscribe, like the video, whatever, and share it with some of your musician friends and be like, bro, you guys better not have a dog shit meet and greet VIP package. You better have a good one, and it better kick ass, and it better be worth the money. Because I swear to God, people keep talking about bologna sandwiches and chips. I'm going to be pissed. I mean, at least roast beef, right? I mean, it probably wasn't even Doritos. Walmart brand chips, too. Fucking posers.